Imagine waking up one morning thinking you have a loving wife, only to overhear her laughing with her friends, saying, "I only married him because I was desperate." Now imagine the husband calmly smiling, walking away, and then turning her whole world upside down without raising his voice once. That's exactly what Ryan Carter, a 35-year-old software engineer, did when he discovered what his wife Lena really thought of their marriage. What started as heartbreak turned into the coldest revenge you'll ever hear. Ryan and Lena had been married for 5 years. They met at a tech conference where Lena worked in marketing for a startup, and Ryan was one of the keynote speakers. She was outgoing, full of confidence, and had a smile that could light up a room. Ryan, the quiet type, found her energy irresistible. Within a year, they were married. The first 2 years were good, simple, loving, full of dreams. But as Ryan's career took off and he began earning more, Lena changed. She became more demanding, obsessed with luxury, constantly comparing their life to her wealthier friends. Open quote, "Why can't we go to Europe like Hannah's husband does for her?" she'd complain. "You have a good job, Ryan. Don't tell me we can't afford it." Close quote. Ryan, trying to keep peace, gave in to most of her wishes. Designer handbags, fancy dinners, weekend getaways. But the warmth in her eyes was gone. He wasn't her partner anymore. He was her provider. Then came the breaking point. One Saturday morning, Ryan returned home early from a business meeting that had ended ahead of schedule. As he opened the door, he heard laughter coming from the living room. Lena was on a video call with her friends. Curious, he stopped just short of the doorway, and what he heard next froze him. Open quote, "Oh, please," Lena said, laughing. "I didn't marry him for love. I was desperate. Everyone else was moving on, and he was the safe option. You know, stable, boring, the kind who'll never cheat or leave." Close quote. Her friends giggled. One even asked, "So you're just waiting till something better comes along?" Lena laughed louder. Open quote. "Exactly. But until then, his credit card works just fine." Close quote. Ryan stood there, silent, his heart breaking and hardening at the same time. He didn't interrupt her. He didn't shout or confront her. He simply turned around, walked back to his car, and sat there for 10 minutes, breathing, thinking. That day, something inside him changed. He didn't go home for 2 days. Instead, he started moving money, quietly transferring his savings to a private account she didn't know about. He changed passwords, froze joint cards, and set up alerts on all shared accounts. Then he made an appointment with his lawyer. When he finally returned home, Lena acted as if nothing had happened. She greeted him with a fake smile, probably expecting another gift, but Ryan just nodded and said calmly, open quote, "We need to talk." Close quote. They sat down at the dining table. Ryan looked her in the eyes and said, open quote, "I overheard your call with your friends. I know exactly what you think of me." Close quote. Lena froze. "Ryan, it's not what you..." But he raised a hand. Open quote, "I'm not angry. Actually, I'm grateful. You helped me see the truth." Close quote. She started panicking. "Ryan, I was joking. You're taking it the wrong way." He stood up, opened a drawer, and handed her an envelope. Inside were divorce papers. Open quote, "You won't have to pretend anymore," he said. "And don't worry, the cards you've been using, blocked. The apartment, mine. The car, leased under my name. You can keep your handbags, though. Think of them as souvenirs from your desperate years." Close quote. Lena's confident smirk vanished. "You can't do this. You can't just leave me with nothing." Ryan looked at her calmly. Open quote, "I didn't leave you with nothing. You came into this marriage with nothing. I just helped you realize it." Close quote. She tried calling her friends, but the cards were declined. Her phone bill wasn't paid. Her access to his accounts, gone. Within days, Ryan filed for divorce, citing emotional betrayal. Lena tried to fight it, claiming he was overreacting. But when Ryan's lawyer submitted a recording of her phone call, captured by the home's smart speaker system, her case collapsed. Word spread quickly among their friends. The same ones who used to envy her lifestyle now avoided her completely. Meanwhile, Ryan rebuilt his life quietly. He moved into a smaller apartment, picked up painting again, and started a new software project that eventually turned into a successful app. He found peace, something money or status never gave him before. A year later, Lena tried to contact him through an email that read, open quote, "I miss you. I realize now what I lost." close quote, he replied only once, open quote, "You didn't lose me, Lena. You lost your safety net," close quote. And with that, he blocked her for good. Ryan's story became a quiet legend in his circle, not because of how much he lost, but because of how powerfully he walked away. He didn't scream, didn't curse, didn't fight. He just let her drown in the emptiness she created. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't loud. It's silent. It's final. And it leaves the liar with no one left to blame but themselves. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.